Hi everybody and welcome. This is Chuck Boulais and that's me in the picture in the lower left hand corner of your screen. Today I'm doing a video review on an upcoming product called Traffic with Anthony by Anthony Morrison. And I'm going to be speaking kind of quickly here because I have a lot to say about Traffic with Anthony, and this video may already go a little longer than I want, so please bear with me because there's a lot of good information in here and I really want to make sure I get it all out to you. Before we go any further, I want you to know that I'm not trying to sell you Traffic with Anthony, so you will not find an advertising link to the product down below in my YouTube video description, so you can put your wallet away right now. For those of you who've never seen one of my videos before, as I said, my name is Chuck Boulais, and I've been in the marketing business for well over 20 years, and when I left that career, I did so to start my own business on the greatest landscape the world has ever known as far as entrepreneurship is concerned, the World Wide Web. I think the internet is the greatest place for someone to start a business today, but when I did that, I banged my head against the wall for well over a year, just trying to figure out the basics of online marketing, how to make money online, and where me and my personal talents and my skill set just might be a good fit. Now, during that time, I invested an embarrassing amount of my own money, tens of thousands of dollars, from my own savings and retirement accounts, just trying to build a business online, any kind of business, and learn how to break into making money on the internet. I ended up buying almost every kind of internet program, one-on-one coaching plan, and different online product launch that you can possibly imagine. And each and every one of them told me that I'd make thousands of dollars a month, and most of these products and programs almost always promised that I'd do so with very little effort on my part, maybe even with only one or two clicks of the computer mouse, or maybe even totally on autopilot. And that's not to mention the amount of time I spent studying and studying and studying every single product I bought and every piece of advice that was given to me by my personal coach. So what I want you to know is that I'm not an online guru. I'm not a member of any inner circle. I'm a normal, everyday guy who's made mostly good decisions, but in all honesty, I've made my share of bad ones too. But after some bumps and bruises, my online business has finally taken off and I've been having some really great results. Now, let me tell you that most of that success has come since I made a conscious decision to help people online as much as I can, and since I started doing these videos. And once I decided that even if I can keep just one person a day from making just one of the same mistakes I made, I think it will all be worth it. Success will be mine, and that's because I truly believe that success comes to those who help others and who love what they do. Now, during all of that unbelievably long and expensive and somewhat painful personal research that I had to do, the most important thing I found out is that when you're looking into buying any type of product or program that's being offered for sale online, that it's a business decision. So you're going to want to utilize your business wisdom and your business acumen, or else you're going to end up just being another victim, and you're going to lose a lot of valuable time and money, and I don't think any of us can afford to waste one single bit of either one of those valuable resources. If you can remember to utilize that business wisdom and that business acumen of yours, and always keep in mind that just about 90% of program launches online are either really bad fits for people and their particular personal talents and skill sets, some of them underdeliver on their promises, others are just repackaged old products, and yes, still others are maybe even just out and out scams. If you can always remember that, you can save yourself a lot of time, money, and energy. Now, I'm not saying that Traffic with Anthony by Anthony Morrison is a scam or a bad fit for anyone, not in the least. But I do want you to know a little bit about what you're getting into right up front so you can make an informed decision and you don't end up throwing your money away at yet another product that leads you down a long, dark road that just doesn't work out for you, and you find yourself at yet another dead end, all that much more broke and losing all of that precious time. So, what is Traffic with Anthony? Well, Traffic with Anthony is a new online marketing training course developed and marketed by Anthony Morrison that claims to teach you interactively online the path to success in your online business by generating lots and lots of traffic fast to your offer or website, and thereby take the struggling online entrepreneur to the next level and beyond. I've done product reviews for 3 different products from Anthony Morrison this year alone, and I've even bought his products. And he is a master marketer. I have a lot of respect for him, and he has a big name in the online traffic generation niche and quite a reputation. But historically, he's come out with a new, very high profile product that promises to show us how to make big money online at least 3 times a year, and every time he does, it's like he just prints money. People just flock to him and buy his stuff. But I really have to question how much new, totally fresh material he's producing and how he has something totally new and revolutionary for us every 3 or 4 months. I do know one thing, and that's the sequence of events you're going to go through when you go to buy traffic with Anthony. First, be aware that upsells are on their way. An upsell is when the initial offer price made to you to buy a product online, like Traffic with Anthony, starts out at a very reasonable, maybe even unbelievable amount, say $39 or $49, which, let's face it, is a very reasonable price to get a real handle on traffic generation and driving large amounts of traffic to your website. But when you accept that initial offer to you to buy traffic with Anthony, and you've got your credit card out and all warmed up, and you've made that bold and actually pretty admirable decision to invest in yet another terrific sounding business opportunity, and you fill in all of your personal information and give them your credit card number, and you finally screw up the courage to click on that Buy Now button, you're going to be immediately hit with an additional offer. And these additional offers, by the way, are called upsells. And then another after that, and then another offer after that, until the total cost for the product ends up being much more than it was originally advertised for. In the case of Traffic with Anthony, it's going to be hundreds of dollars more. And the truth is, you really do have to buy these additional offers, these upsells, in order for products like Traffic with Anthony to work as well as you need it to work in the highly competitive online marketplace. Now, just keep in mind that these additional offers, these upsells, are there because developers don't think you'll buy their product right up front if they tell you the full price right away. No matter how good the product is or how confident they are in it, they know that you're ready to buy, you really need help, and you need that help badly enough that you're willing to pay a lot of money for it. And they don't tell you the actual full price of the product right away. The idea is that they warm you up into that psychological buying mode with a lower initial offering price and then come back at you over and over until by the end of the whole thing your head is kind of spinning, you have no idea all that you just bought, and you're not sure why you didn't get it all from the beginning anyway. All you know is you've got this bad feeling in the pit of your stomach. You've just spent hundreds of dollars that you may not have, and you have a learning curve ahead of you that just seems overwhelming. I also want to tell you about one other thing that you always need to be aware of, a little secret technique that you should always try whenever you evaluate any product being offered for sale online. Many of these online product launches have what they call downsells. So if you click off that initial offer, the very first one you're presented with, go ahead and try to click off that initial offer page, and you may immediately be offered a lower price for Traffic with Anthony. And that downsell price could be a much lower price. And here's another little secret for you. Each and every one of those upsells that you're going to be presented with later on, after you click on the initial offer, if you click off those upsells, you initially refuse them, you just might be presented with a downsell for that additional product, that one-time offer at a much lower cost too. And these lower costs are actually the real costs of products like Traffic with Anthony. I wanted to make sure to mention the practice here for those of you who weren't aware of how prevalent downselling is in the online product launch arena. About 50% of the product launches I review, regardless of the niche or type of product, employs the practice of downselling. And by the way, if you've ever seen one of my videos before, you've heard me talk about downselling before. This technique of reducing the product price if you start to walk away, I really don't like this, and it's something we all have to be prepared for on every single one of these new product launches. Something we always have to be looking out for so we don't waste money. I think it's misleading and it's unfair, and I really wish product developers would just tell you the price of the product right up front. I only mention it here just to give you a heads up and let you know that you should always test for it, but really it kind of makes me feel bad for the person who doesn't know just how common a practice downselling is and doesn't take advantage and prepare themselves for it. Just think of all the money they waste because they aren't aware of just how often developers use the practice of downselling. And I can tell you that this release is going to be a monster. Traffic with Anthony is paying great commissions and has a lot of big prizes going to its top affiliate marketers, and I've seen the numbers. Every affiliate marketer with a mailing list and his brother has signed up to sell Traffic with Anthony, and it's still over a week away from release. So be prepared to be inundated with lots of emails, advertisements, flashing ads, those landing pages, and those positive must-buy reviews that you see all over the internet, and all of the other hyper-salesy stuff that's used to try to separate you from your money and get you to buy Traffic with Anthony. And you know how convincing these guys can be. Some of them seem to be able to hypnotize the otherwise most sophisticated, business-savvy individual into someone who just can't live without this latest, greatest package to supposedly make money online. Finally, in all good conscience, and these guys are not going to like me for saying this, but I do feel I have to tell you that, as I said before, I bought products from Anthony Morrison, and each time they've all ended up costing me close to $500 after all of the upsells. I don't think I ever earned anywhere near the money I put out for it back. And beyond that, I even hired a one-on-one coach for over $10,000, and neither of those things did me as much good as what I'm doing today for free. So if Traffic with Anthony is going to be out of your price range, or you know you just don't have time to go through it, and you need to start making money faster, or you're sick and tired of all the upselling and downselling and sideways selling and what have you, I honestly hope you're not too disappointed. Please don't be discouraged, because there are many other and far less expensive and time-efficient ways to make money on the internet, even in your part-time. Like I said before, I've really started to have a lot of success on the internet recently, and that success has come only since I decided to help people and since I started doing these videos. If you're new to internet marketing, or you've even been here for a while, and you haven't made a whole lot of money or seen a whole lot of success, I want to share something with you that's really been working gangbusters for me. In fact, no one is more surprised than I am at how well this has been working. After wandering around and buying just about every program and product that was being offered out there, I finally found something that worked and finally allowed me to say enough to spending money on any more of these online product launches, those emails coming through my inbox daily about the latest, greatest, never before taught techniques of the week, or any more of those make tons of easy money fast and easy schemes. Thank heaven. After spending all those tens of thousands of dollars of my hard-earned money, I finally found a program called Instant Payday Network. Now, don't worry, I'm not going to ask you to give me any money, that's a promise. So don't go away, and please put your money away. You don't need it, and surprise, surprise, I don't want it. What I'm going to tell you about is 100% free. And right about now, you're probably saying, come on, Chuck, now you're just trying to sell me into your program, just like everybody else does. And I'm going to tell you that no, I'm not selling you anything. I am trying to tell you about a phenomenal opportunity, but I'm not selling you anything, because what I want to tell you about costs $0.00. Instant Payday Network is free. Unlike the other programs out there, like Traffic with Anthony, this program is free. It's not $39, it's not $197, it's not even $1. So I'm not selling you anything. Now, the way Instant Payday works is very simple. You get compensated $58 whenever anyone comes in Instant Payday and completes the free program. The system was created by a guy by the name of Jeff Buchanan, and you can see his picture right there. He is pretty much an ordinary guy. I've met him and I know him, and he is my friend, and he is a really good guy, and he's very smart. Jeff's system, the way he set it up, he actually has no buy-in fees or upfront costs whatsoever. There's zero website fees, zero maintenance fees, and there are no hidden fees later on. There are no upsells after you get in. Once you're in, it's still free. You don't need to learn how to set up a website, how to blog, how to do SEO. You don't need to know how to do any of that stuff, folks. It's really that simple. Now, I do want to put your mind at rest about a few things. Instant Payday is not an MLM. So those of you that have been burned by the multi-level marketing business model, rest easy that Instant Payday is not an MLM. You don't have to bug your friends and family like you would, say, with Amway or Avon or Nutrisystem or all of those other companies that we're also inundated and pressured to sell for. There's no cold calling. You never have to pick up a telephone, and you never have to call some unsuspecting stranger that you've never met off a list that maybe you had to buy, and you certainly don't ever have to go out and see anyone face to face. Ever. And there's no product or inventory to ship. So, what do you get with the Instant Payday Network, ladies and gentlemen? Well, you get a free, complete, turnkey marketing system. And that marketing system includes your choice of not one, but 3 complete free capture pages. And each one of those capture pages has a tested 35 to 50% conversion rate, with no website hosting fees either. You get a free automated sales funnel so that all of your referrals and all of your leads are automatically funneled directly to you. No one else gets them, no one else sees them. You get a free email autoresponder, and you get all of the free training you need to start making money right now. And oh yeah, did I mention that it's 100% free to get started? Now, I do want to go back and talk a minute about this capture page, the one with the tested 35 to 50% conversion rate. If you end up purchase this tested capture page somewhere else, it's going to cost you $25 to $30 a month just in website hosting fees. And if you wanted to have one designed, built, and tested for you by a professional so that it was as effective as the one Jeff gives us for free, that'd be about $200 a year. The email autoresponder, if you had to purchase that on your own, that by itself would cost you about $50 a month if you went with a company like Aweber or Constant Contact or any one of the hundreds of companies out there that you'd have to spend all that time researching in order to evaluate which one was best for you, not to mention how long it would take you to learn to set it up and make it run as effectively and efficiently as this one. But Jeff has already done all that, and he provides it to us for free. He's written all of the product introductory emails, all of the follow-up marketing emails, and he's put them in that autoresponder so that they're all sent out automatically at the appropriate intervals. You don't even have to write an email with the Instant Payday system. Jeff does tons of video, audio, and written training here himself, and that training is excellent. It's second to none. He and I both will take you from the ground up and teach you the basics to the advanced techniques of all online marketing and the best and fastest ways to capitalize with this system. And we're not going to charge a dime for any of that either. In addition, you get personal access to me. I'll help you with your training, and I'll coach you, and I'll support you personally, and that's because I really want to build a great team and help my people out. Once you sign up and qualify for the Instant Payday Network system, I give you my phone number and my personal email address so you're not just left out there twisting in the wind and having to fend totally for yourself. And I can assure you that I'm not going to charge you anything, and I'm always available within just a couple of hours of your contacting me. Why am I always available? Because I love what I do. I love Instant Payday Network, and I'm grateful for what it's done for me. This is a free system that you can do at home, folks. You can even do this in your part-time if you'd like. I'm personally making over $5,000 a month with Instant Payday Network after just a few short months in the program, and I personally know people making over $10,000 to $20,000 a month. Now, remember, the reason why Instant Payday Network stands alone from the other programs out there, like Traffic with Anthony, is because it costs nothing to join to get started. Zip, nada, zilch, and you make $25 to $58 for each person that signs up for free offers. The other great thing about Instant Payday Network is that you're paid your money from multi-million-dollar corporations. This is all part of their huge advertising budgets that they've allocated and set money aside for just this kind of advertising, and that means you don't have to rely on the average internet product developer dude to put his hand into his pocket and give you money whenever he remembers or thinks about it. And this type of compensation system means that you get paid daily with the Instant Payday Network. I get paid every day with the Instant Payday system. So the question I guess I have for you at this point is, should you spend money for a program or product like Traffic with Anthony when you could actually do Instant Payday for free? Sometimes making money can be simple. I don't think we have to overanalyze this one too much. If you know of another program online that's free to get started, a program that has the potential to make you as much as $10,000 to $20,000 a month, I would encourage you to go for it and embrace it, my friend. On the other hand, if you can't find a program like that online, you just found one. I encourage you. You don't have to pull out your wallet and spend a lot of money on any other expensive program with untested, untried, or unsure promises. You have an opportunity right here to get started finally making some real money online. You can start making money within 24 to 48 hours, and all you have to do is click the link right below my video. Right below this video, there's a link on the left-hand side in the video description. You won't be disappointed. Go ahead and click one of the links there right below the video. As a matter of fact, I put 2 or 3 links down there. Right below the like symbol, that thumbs up symbol YouTube gives you, you want to look for the link that says DignityRestore.com, because that's what I want you to do. I want you to restore your dignity and start making money online the way you deserve. Get into and work the Instant Payday program. You won't regret it, I promise. So go ahead and click the link. Give yourself a break. Click the link below and I'll see you on the other side.